The Marketplace just dropped a fresh batch of featured activities in Flight Simulator 2020. This week's is an absolute treat for those who love structured flying because every single new release comes directly from the team at Perfect Flight. We're looking at the Grand Tour of Canada, a massive multi-leg schedule following Air Canada across the summer skies, and some highly technical challenges designed to test your precision handling under extreme pressure. Let's bypass the menus and group these new arrivals into logical flight styles so you can decide where to point your nose cone next. These are the groups which I have created. Group number 1 is the commercial routings and elite operations, and the second group is the scenic wilderness and VFR excursions. Let's start with the first group. And the first package is the 12 legs ACA Summer 2026 from Perfect Flight. ACA is Air Canada, and this package contains in total 12 missions or 12 IFR flights. So you will fly using the Air Canada livery and then fly the airline schedule which they have added to this package. Well, which parts are you visiting? Because that's always the question. Well, here you can see, for example, Calgary and Edmonton, Comox and Moose, Goose Bay and Ottawa, and Comox and Halifax. So pretty interesting parts of Canada. No two missions impose the same challenge, so you will be challenged. There are 2 exclusive repaints, and that's where I would say you need to be aware of. In this case, for Flight Simulator 2020, you will get the Air Canada 65th anniversary commemorative livery. And you can apply it to the A320. The other one for the A320 Neo, and that's only available in Flight Simulator 2024, based on what I see. So again, 12 IFR missions, 2 liveries. You can apply it to the A320 from Inibuilds, also known as the A320 Neo V2. It contains extreme realism, monitors over 100 distinct events. There are authentic aviation sounds. There's a dedicated mini browser, which I would say Perfect Flight developed themselves, and it's compatible with third-party add-ons. So there are not so many screenshots, but I will show you a few. Right, this simply would say a recap of what we already discussed. So have fun with this package. If you don't know where to fly to, then this could be a package which you could consider to buy. Now for those who love to fly military jets and want to kind of challenge their landing skills, there's the Advanced Challenges Carrier Landings. This one requires the aircraft add-on, so that's really important because else you can't use it. So here it says the Advanced Challenges Carrier Landings is designed exclusively for use with the Super Carrier Pro by Miltech Simulations. So you will need to have this package before you can use it. So don't simply buy it. No, make sure that you own the package because else you're, between brackets, screwed. Of course, you will fly using this super nice Super Carrier Pro package, and then you can land on those carriers using the default Boeing FA-18E Super Hornet, but with a special livery. So the missions cover 4 distinct classes of aircraft carriers and nearly every maritime environment a simulation can cover. You'll be able to approach the Nimitz and Ford class supercarriers, recover aircraft aboard the French Charles de Gaulle, and squeeze onto the historic deck of the USS Interpret like a needle through a thread. Well, that sounds really promising. So these are the mission rosters for the Nimitz class, the Ford class, the French CDG, and the USS Interpret. So multiple things, in total 24 unique challenges, and then you can, let's say, try it out. So if you want to challenge yourself, this could be a package which could be really interesting for you. Then to start off the second category, we start with the Advanced VFR England. We're gonna jump to VFR Excursions. And this is a pretty nice one because England has been mapped, painted, photographed and written about more thoroughly than almost any comparable piece of land on Earth. And yet there is one perspective it has never quite offered most people. The view from 30,500 feet at cruise speed using this single engine aircraft. And that's what this package brings to you. It is advanced VFR, 12 sequential VFR missions, which you will fly in Flight Simulator 2020. Comprehensive circuit of the country from the Scottish border to the Cornish coast and back. Then you might ask, okay, hey, which missions are there? Well, here you can see the 12 missions which are included. The Southern Arc, the Western Arc, and you will fly using the Beach Bonanza G36. You've got the advanced monitoring because things might happen during the flight. There's the briefings and documentation which is included in multiple languages. And there's the interactive mission companion app, which you can use. So also special livery as it looks like, although it's not specifically mentioned, or I missed it. But this is really interesting, and it looks like that there's also some audio included, right? That's also pretty interesting. Maybe they stole this idea a little bit from, I'd say, Asobo Microsoft, which also introduced these packages. So pretty nice one if you love flying VFR above the UK. And then we've got a bundle again, the Black Pearl Adventures Master Collection. This is a bundle which includes 3 items. And you get it against a discounted price, which is always interesting. You will get the Black Pearls Advancer Pacific Northwest, Northern Rockies, and the American West. So that means 12 ultra-realistic guided tours. The guided tours, a little bit what we see now in Flight Simulator 2024 also. And then you will fly these tours, right? So these are the tours which are included. So you will cover, I would say, a large part of the US. Really interesting. So if you love flying the Black Pearl Adventures, then consider buying this one because now you have all 3 packages against the discounted price. So whether you choose to command a multi-leg commercial jetliner rotation with Air Canada, put your stick and rudder handling to the ultimate test with a grueling carrier landing, or pull back the throttle to explore beautiful sceneries in the backcountry, Perfect Fly has provided an amazing playground to dive into this week. It's super nice that they continue to deliver these packages, and likely there's a market for this, right? Because else they would have definitely stopped creating these packages. Now I'm curious, which one are you gonna pick? Let me know in the comment box below and hit that like button if you like this video, and make sure to subscribe for next week's video.